Thanks for watching Afternoon Live. Walking is one of the most basic forms of exercise, but it can also be one of the most beneficial if you're consistent. Here with tips to get the most out of your walking routine, we welcome back personal trainer Jodie Swanegan. It's so good to see you.
You as well. Thank you.
We got to keep it up even in the tough weather, right?
Yes.
I mean, that's the most important thing.
Yeah, so starting off with, well, consistency, like you said, making sure to make it happen as many days out of the week as possible, because that is that consistent component there. But with the weather here in Oregon, we need to make sure we're dressed appropriately for heading out, if that's the plan. So dressing in layers, bright colors, good traction shoes, good support, stuff like that. Gloves for extremities, making sure that our hands stay nice and warm. Nice hat.
It got so cold so quickly and dark too. I mean, I see people walking in my neighborhood in dark clothing and I get so nervous. So you really have to have that high-vis safety gear.
Yep, they've got vests, things that have reflective gear on them, but then also just bright colors in general.
For sure.
Well. Yeah.
Well, and there's lots of indoor options too, right?
Yeah,
even if you're not a member at a gym somewhere, you have places.
Well, at home, I mean, venturing into each room, and with each room you can also play into some sort of resistance training as well. So say you walk from the living room into the kitchen, you find the countertop and you do a couple push-ups, and then from the kitchen you go into the living room or bedroom or wherever and you do some standing body weight squats, or you could do bridge work or something that and then you come up and you go into, so you can make the most out of that. But then also community centers and the mall. Meeting somebody at the mall, walking around. Yeah,
it's still such a great place.
Exactly.
Climate control.
Exactly. It's safe. It's dry. You can utilize that space. You can track your walking for whatever distance you want.
Yeah.
And then there's spots to take breaks if needed.
That's so great.
Yeah.
Well, and then invite a friend along with you, right? That can make a big difference.
Yeah. Back to the consistency, having somebody that's motivating you and each other. It's also fun to be able to challenge each other with certain things. So maybe if at 1 mile you would have wanted to take a break, that, you know, your friend that's walking with you or family member or coworker, whoever, there's also the social component too there in that space. But they would challenge you, hey, let's walk an extra quarter mile together today. So you can challenge each other with that too.
Well, and over time, those small increments can really add up.
Absolutely.
And you'll see those benefits.
The goal. Yeah, getting out, moving, and then seeing progress along the way.
How about weights?
Yeah, so adding some resistance. The best that I find is a weighted vest.
Okay.
So if you're able to come across one that works for you, a weighted vest, because it's evenly distributed on your body. So if you're adding that to your body already, so you know it's secure on you. But holding onto hand weights, wrist weights, anything like that is also something that you can utilize as well.
You don't have to buy some fancy schmancy equipment, right? Just easy. Keep it
Not
simple.
At all. Yep. Yeah, it's easier that way.
Okay. And then what about, you kind of mentioned this earlier, going around the house, but incorporating little stops along the way to work other parts of your body too.
Yeah. So if you're outside, you find a set of stairs, you can go ahead and walk the stairs. You can double time it. You can step up. You can, if you find a bench or even a picnic table, push-ups. Yeah. And it's just getting in a couple, walking lunges, you know, 5 or 6 on each side, then take off again with your walking. So it's just incorporating some of that resistance training into the walking routine. And it's really whenever it feels right. Not every day is going to be like, I want to do push-ups and walking lunges, but when you have a day where you're like, I want to add this today, it feels right, then you go for it.
Yeah, that rest is important too.
Yeah.
Do you find that you get better results when you do have some sort of way to track your progress, keep track of maybe your steps or your miles?
Yeah. The average recommendation is anywhere, and this also depends on age and abilities and whatnot, but would be anywhere from 8,000 to 10,000 steps a day. So tracking that is helpful, because you might be getting well beyond that and not even realize it, or you could be thinking you are hitting those numbers and you're not, but that's okay, because we just work with just little bits, like you said, increments, and adding up over time. So,
and you don't have to get it all done at once, right? I mean, over time, I would say, as you build your resistance, you can get better. But if you can find little moments of your day to move your body, that's always better than nothing.
Yes, that's what they say. That's the best way to look at it, is some is better than none. Especially
if you are just starting out.
Absolutely. Yep. Yeah. And that's where I would say, if you are just starting out and you're coming up and off of, you know, a chair, a couch, a seated position for any extended period of time, when you come up in like a 20, 15 second increments of just just a walking in place. And when you feel right and you get your arms going, and then take a seat and take a break.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where we begin. And then from there, maybe you go from the living room into the kitchen, and then from the kitchen into,
There you go.
you know, a bed, yeah, just whatever works.
And I think we have some nice dry weather this week, so it's a good
Yes.
time to get outside with the family, get some
Yep.
nice walks in.
Yeah, that might be a hat and glove kind of day.
There
but
you go.
Yes, it'll be sunny.
We are prepared. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Great
Yes,
to
of course.
see
You as well.
We'll have more information on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.